Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome. How many students? Uh, Five. Thank you for your attendance. To now, we learned the DC motor basic equations, also some simulation steps. Some students sent me their homework. Okay, if you don't send me, please send today, maximum tomorrow, please. Uh, yani we can solve the grade problem. Don't worry about it. But I am waiting your homeworks. Okay. Now I said you this week, not this week, next week we have a no exam, midterm exam. In this class, I will give you midterm project and final project. This week I will announce your midterm project. It will be about the electric vehicle using DC motor. You will design electric vehicle using vehicle dynamics equation, battery, and DC motor equation. To now, you learn DC motor equation, I hope, and then you learn some simulation approach. I hope you have no problem about the MATLAB. If you learn first time MATLAB Simulink, don't worry about it. Probably lots of example are available in the internet. Tomorrow, last section of the DC motor implementation process. Now, generally in our application, we start with the mathematical calculation, black box calculation, and then we design and simulation for possible solution, possible results, possible waveform, etc. And then we design a circuit, or no, not circuit design. Actually, we continue with the evolution board. We need to develop a software. So in the software steps, today I will start with the ST company presentation. So in ST company, produced lots of evolution boards for students, for hobby, for simple application, etc. Generally, in our laboratory, we are using Texas Instrument Evolution Board. Okay, maybe I can brief again. We start with the mathematical equation and literature survey, and then we design some control methods, and then we design MATLAB Simulink, and then lastly implementation process. Last step, end of this semester, I will give you PCB design for electric machine and control method. Today, I want to say something about the evolution board. Okay, now generally in the market, lots of microcontroller, lots of DSP, lots digital signal processor, lots of FPGA are available. Okay, how can we select them? I think every day companies produce evolution boards. However, these days, ST company evolution boards are very popular. In my studentship years, microchip Peak was very famous. Maybe you know it. In our microcontroller laboratory, we use the Peak AVR controller, etc. And then Texas, NXP, also SD, Microchip, Renaissance company produce a microcontroller. But I recommend you ST company a microcontroller evolution board. Also in internet, if you have enough money, for example, you can buy a microcontroller evolution board. Don't Please don't buy only microcontroller. You can start with the evolution board. Why? In evolution board, generally, crystal, also another peripheral, USB downloading and uploading code debugger are available. Please use this option. Okay, because lots of crystal problem, lots of frequency problem are available. You can solve this problem using this approach. Now, I will recommend you ST company Nucleo board. Okay, it's very popular, very cheap. I suppose that it is a 600 liras, but you can solve your all motor control problem. Not only DC motors, you can use in your high ad advanced application, for example, PMSM, BLDC, etc. Okay, these are the general control approach of the motor control approach of the ST company. It's not important for us. Yes, our main focus point in today, motor control offer of the company, basically ST. Now we start with the DC motor. DC motor, you know, the very basic. But the DC after DC motor, we will continue with the brushless DC, and then PMSM, and then maybe some design step. Generally, we are using motor control application. In motor control application, some motors, motion control, industrial drives, robotic arm, pump, CNC, HVAC, and home appliance, what good refrigerator, conditioner, healthcare, etc. Maybe e-bike, etc. In our approach, we have some library. What are they? Diodes, power transistor, gate drivers, control unit, some switch, sensors, current sensor, voltage sensor, position sensor, and also motor driver IC and power management uh, chips. But after completion of all this hardware step, we need motor control libraries. For example, you need to use a sensor for position feedback reading. In your microcontroller, you have an ADC. You can adjust your ADC features, and then you can read the sensors, Hall sensors, etc., voltage sensor, current sensor, and then maybe you can control easily your motor. Okay, now this is target application. You know actually very good. You know in your home lots of motor application are available. Now maybe we can continue with the ST company approach. We can start with the electric motor classification. Now we are in DC motor, brush DC motor. Okay, electric motor, we have three type electric motor. One of them universal motor, one of them DC brush motor, one of them AC motor. Universal motor actually high torque capability motor. For example, drill machine. If you need the high torque, the torque demand, high instantaneous torque demand, you can use universal motor. And then next step, DC brush motor. You actually lots of students know what is the DC brush motor, classical and basic 100 years brush DC motor. Also, last option, advanced option, AC motor. We have three type AC motor. Okay, synchronous variable reluctance, induction, asynchronous machine, and then we can continue with the synchronous PMS and BLDC and variable reluctance switch and stepper. Okay, this is why this is important. If your profession life, you can go your work, your job, your boss or your manager or your project say you, we will control DC motor, we will control AC motor. Now, firstly, you can start with the search in the internet which microcontroller family is good for your application. For example, starting, I recommend you ST. Why? Because ST evolution mode are available. You can start with it. Its library is very advanced, etc. Maybe you can think for master students. I recommend them not ST, Texas Instrument for high high tech motion control application, especially electric vehicle, etc. The Texas Instruments company present a good option. Okay, now we can start with the classification of motor. I say it again, your job, say you, your boss, say you, we will continue with the AC machine, PMSM control. You can search in the internet this ST company family present or doesn't present AC motor solution. Now I check. Yes, I see software development kit. For PMSM, it's very good option ST. And then continue. It is offer. Which type of, second step, which type of technology level library are presenting by ST? High-end, medium end, low end. You can check your application. Is it high end, medium end, low end? What is the high end, medium end, and low end? High end is meaning that high performance application. What is it? For example, KUKA. For example, HVAC and pump application. These are advanced application. Okay. For example, what's the advanced? High dynamic performance. Also high frequency injection, sensorless control maybe. Light CPU load. Also, for example, up to two. So, for example, yesterday I am in the biggest white good companies. They want to produce pump system. Customer wants from them five up to five motor control, five pump motor control at the same time. For example, here this slides probably 4 years ago, 3 years ago, it published. Here, in generally, CNC machine. Yes, CNC is a high-tech application because in the CNC machine we have three axes, uh, sometimes five axis motor control. Generally, they use servo motor. In the medium end application, CNC company use step motor. If your CNC system use step motor, probably it will be cheap, it will be medium or low end. But if your CNC system use high end technology, they use servo motor PMSM. Okay, if your I say again, CNC machine generally classical position control. We have two type of motor in position control system. One of them servo motor. Servo motor is the high end and the high tech because it contains permanent magnet system, high efficiency and high control, high dynamic control capabilities. However, if your CNC machine use step motor is very basic, very cheap, and a very old application. Generally, if you want to high dynamic is meaning high control capability. For example, step motor, they are not high dynamic performance. What's meaning of high dynamic? High dynamic, you will send reference, for example, your motor will continue 69 degree. You can track using oscilloscope. What's this settling time? In step motor, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick. It's low dynamic performance. Dynamic is meaning that you you are working depend on your loads. Okay, don't forget it. You need to think your load. Dynamic, it's meaning that your motor and load will be work together. In advanced CNC machine, we will use servo motors. Okay, medium and low end application, we are using step motor. Okay, also what's the medium end? In medium end, white goods, for example, simple ventilator, simple refrigerator, air conditioner, maybe washing machine, etc. Generally, in medium end application, we are using vector control application. Vector control is meaning that field-oriented control. I will say something about it in the next week. It's not a DC motor application. It's the advanced three-phase motor application. Generally, we are using field-oriented control in most efficient motor operation. And the vector control application, we are using silent control techniques thanks to sinusoidal motor control. Also, it's cost optimized hardware requirement. For example, I will say cost. What is the cost optimized in motor drive system? For example, sensorless. Okay. For example, one encoder, its price minimum 100 sorry 1000 Turkish liras, for example. It's the basic encoder also. This meaning that high cost, for example, a PMSM motor is 5,000 liras. Also plus encoder 1,000 liras. It's meaning that it's not a cost optimized. Where if you design cost optimized application, you need to develop sensorless motor control. Also, last one, the low end. Low end, the DC motor and induction machine. For example, in your kitchen, in your mother's and father's kitchen, also in your bathroom, you have a mustache machine, maybe in the I don't remember English, fön makinesi for dry your hair, uh, hair dryer actually. They are using DC motor because it's very basic application, cost optimized. Okay. You- Generally, we are using in this application classical PID controller. Also, we send we generate the PWM. We send the PWM message to our driver. Also, we developed a simple control application. For example, on hair dryer machine, you have only 0, 1, 2 stage. In 0, it's meaning that off. 1 is the half of speed, and the 2 is the full range speed application. Also, scalar control is meaning that induction machine. Induction machine is three-phase electric machine. Generally, we are using lots of application. For example, in the industry, 70% of the application are using induction machine. Don't forget it. Yes, in high-tech application, we are using lots of students. Servo motor. Nearly all students know them. Okay, DC motor, yes. BLDC, yes. But don't forget it. Induction machine or asynchronous machine in Turkish, they are very useful motor in industry. Lots of manufacturing, lots of production line use induction machine. Actually, we have a problem in induction machine. Induction machine generally they are very low efficiency. In the last year, their efficiency are upgraded actually up upper than the 80 percentage. But the in scalar control offer very low level control techniques for induction machine. For example, pump application. Please imagine the pump application. In pump application, you want to control your water height. Also, water is just an option. You can control the oil, etc. Don't think as a water only water in your pump application. We are using oil, pump, oil, water, etc. In pump application, you want to control Q and H. Q actually your what's meaning of that in Turkish debi. Wait me. I will say debi flow. In the pump application, we are controlling flow and height. If you develop a scalar control application, it's very easy. You will set the frequency, voltage and frequency. In scalar control, we want to control voltage over frequency ratio. Okay. For example, you will send 200 voltage. You will at this application you will send to half of frequency. It's meaning that V by F control. Okay. After that, we learned ST companies uh, propose this microcontrollers family. Okay, STM 3.2, F7 series, F4 series, also F3 series, G0 series. Now we are waiting. I will open my screen now. Wait me. I will show you how we can select uh, microcontroller. Wait me. Firstly, I want to share my screen. Wait me, please. Now we are a chip crease in the industry. Share application. Share application. Desktop ekran paylaş. Ekranı görüyorsunuz değil mi İsmail? Yes falan yazsanıza. Tamam. Okay. Now we are searching, for example, Mauser. No, not Mauser, DigiKey. DigiKey. Generally, I want to use DigiKey. Google geldi, tamam. Now, STM. Generally, in our application, I am using STM32F1 series. It's very basic. It's called as a blue pill. However, don't forget it. Now we are in the chip quiz. Lots of microcontroller price are very high. Uh, Microcontrollers I selected because lots of type for STM32F103, for example, evolution boards. If you have enough money, I recommend you please buy it. It's very useful for you in your application. ST company Nucleo. I recommend you ST company Nucleo for motor control. Its price $11. It's available, yes. For example, you can buy it from custom in gümrük in Turkish because its price is convenient. Now also another one I checked. These are very interesting for LCD control. Like if you want to develop LCD application, you can use them. But now we are in motor control. Where is it? Nucleo. Yes. This is classical motor control approach. PWM outputs, also ADC outputs are available like an Arduino actually. But do you know the Arduino is a basic. Yani it's for rapid prototyping. Arduino is good, no problem. But in your advanced application, for high control application, for example, in Arduino, clock frequency is very low. In this microcontroller, clock frequency upper than 80 megahertz. Okay. Generally, in motor control application, we recommend minimum 72 clock frequency. Okay. Now we can check our microcontroller. Now, for please selecting your microcontroller. What's the cut tape? What's the tape and reel? What's the tray? What's the digi-reel? Okay. Cut tape. If you want to only 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 quantity microcontroller, if you want to buy them, you can select cut tape. This is meaning cut tape. If you want to totally, for example, more than 1000 microcontroller, you need to select tape and reel. Companies present two options. I don't know the digi-reel, tray, etc. But our target cut generally in prototype, in research and development application, we are buying cut tape type. Okay. And then number of I/O. In microcontroller for motor control application, number of I/O is very important because what's the number of I/O? I/O is meaning that input and output. If you want to control relay, LED, etc., lots of peripheral application, you need to select correct number of I/O. Generally, if you have maximum I/O, probably you will develop very high-tech application. For example, in your system, you have lots of fan, lots of LED, lots of button, lots of one and zero input equipment. You need to select. You need to select high quantity, high number of I/O. Also, now program memory size. Memory size is important. Generally, in our application, we are using 32 kilobyte memory size because it's enough for motor control application. But if you developed a logging type application, for example, you developed a system, you want to log your error, log your system parameter, etc. If you need high program memory size, you need to select, for example, 128 kilobyte. Also RAM size, you know the RAM in our application generally we are using this type of RAM, 48 or maybe 20, maybe 10. It is important actually. Data converter. This is meaning that 12-bit data converters. If you want to read high resolution analog digital converter, you need to select 12 bit. Okay, some microcontroller propose 10 bit ADC reading option. I recommend you in motor control application, if you have enough money for your application for industry, 12 bit. Operating temperature, actually it is interesting. Generally, your microcontroller, I will show you. For example, you can see STM32F103CBU6. Okay. Also here you can see ZGT6. It's interesting. Also another one, same family. They are in same family. Only their extension are different. And price $13. Price $18. Probably their application area are different. For example, number of IO, maybe we can check. This is very expensive. You see 112 IO. In here it's cheap, $5 cheap, 51 IO. Okay. First thing, IO number, and then second one, temperature range. We can check temperature range. This is industrial. It's meaning that industrial. Generally, industrial application, we are using minus 40 centigrade degree, maximum 85 centigrade degree. If you see like this one, minus 40 degree, maximum 105 centigrade degree, this meaning that automotive application. Okay, bakın here industrial application, consumer electronic application, temperature. If you continue with this temperature range of the microcontroller, you will pass in automotive application. For example, in electric vehicle, you don't use this type of microcontroller. This temperature range is not okay for automotive application. Automotive company don't buy it. Okay. Also military application, another one. I am checking military. In this microcontroller level, probably they have no option for military. Military is meaning that high advanced. In my slide, I like STM32F, for example, 4 series. Maybe we can find military level. Where is it? Where is it? Accessoire, not accessoire, embedded, single board, evolution board, sensor. Nerede ya bu? Okay. STM 407, for example. This is the another hobby board, evolution board. You know, maybe Discovery. Discovery is like high tech. Yani for IoT application, high tech evolution board. Embedded, for example. Yes, I am checking industry. There is no option for military. Okay. For example, we don't find. Now I will show you TMS 320F this series. Maybe I will find. Okay, TI company options. Now I am trying. Sorry. Microcontroller. It's advanced. Now we are checking for military application, for example. In ST company present us only two in that family, only two temperature range. Now, yes. For example, yes. You see, this is military application. This is military space application. Temperature, operating temperature is very important. What are their price? You can estimate it. Now I am checking here. Yes, this is the military level, but it is IO number is very low. Which one is the expensive? We can check. No. This is mesela zero stock, zero stock. No, don't worry. Zero stock. For example, this is the military level. Okay. Very advanced microcontroller. Its price is very high. 111. But huh, it's interesting. Another thing. Absolute. Absolute is meaning that company don't produce it. We erase it. Second option. Stock zero. Other option for our military. Yes, I find one option. Automotive. Automotive grade, probably. You can check here. You can use it is automotive at the same time, probably military application. Stock is available. Also, bit number, okay. Speed, crystal speed is okay, 150 megahertz. Their communication option is important. CAN bus, I2C, SCI, SPI, UART, okay, good. IO number is okay for me. Program memory size okay. Flash memory type is okay. RAM size okay. Another one, voltage supply. It's very important. You will design after that a microcontroller board. Okay. In microcontroller board probably has an SMPS switch mode power supply. Voltage supply, so it's calling that VCC of your microcontroller is very important because we need to supply this range of voltage. And then another one, data converter, analog digital converter. It's very high. 16 ADC input are available with 12 bit. Also oscillator type internal. Lots of microcontroller don't use the internal oscillator. Some of them use internal, some of them external. If you have an external option, you need to add crystal for your microcontroller. Temperature we use it. What is the surface mounted? Surface mount is meaning that SMD. We have two type, generally two type microcontroller. One of them the surface mounted SMD, one of them the through hole. Through hole is meaning that you have a hole in your printable circuit board. You can apply for your very basic application, very hobby application, also low cost application. Also package. Package is important. LQFP. Also another one BGA. Also another one LFBGA. Maybe we can check together LQFP here like this one. Classical. This is SMD. L classic one. Here you can see white at the left upper corner side. You can see white circle. It's meaning that first pin of the microcontroller start with there. And then this is LFQ. This is LFQ. Huh, BGA. Is the another interesting microcontroller type. It's very different for the high number of productions. Okay, you can don't use because in your home it is soldering process is very hard. Another option like this one, BFQ, probably LFBQ. Yes, here it's meaning that. Wait me. Also this one. Hmm. For example, this is very high power microcontroller. You can see cooling pad bottom of the microcontroller. Did you see? Yes. Okay. Now we can continue with the DC motor. DC motor controller, maybe we can check. It's very basic. DC brush servo motor control. What is it? It's just a board. Forget it. STM, yes. In Turkey, now in Turkey, we are using For example, Özdisan company. Generally, I buy some component in Turkey, Özdisan. For DC motor, Nucleo, for example, I am checking. Geliştirme kitleri. Sorry, English. Yes. Stock are available, stock are available, stock are available. These are a classical board. I recommend you another one, Discovery. Maybe you can develop IoT function. Discovery. It's expensive actually. Yes. For example, you can see here a component through hole. Okay. Upper side of the PCB through hole. You can see. That's the application. Huh. Yesterday, for example, I check. For example, STM for basic application, STM32 F130 is blue call. In Turkey, it's available. I check microcontrollers. Yes, for example, we have a stock this extent, this type of the 100. It's very 100 pin. Stock are available. Stock is coming. Open order available. Yes, in Turkey we have a stock. Good. Maybe microcontroller queries are solving. Okay. Another one. Huh. Yesterday I saw Infineon company. Okay, it's important. Wait me. iMotion series. iMotion series. Uh, For example, you have a no time. You don't want to learn motor control application. I recommend you integrated motor control solution, for example, Infineon company. In Infineon company, present us embedded motor control solution. They developed a motor control algorithm in their microcontroller. They give you, uh, present, they present actually last end solution. For example, you have a no time. You want to present to market lots of washing machine. You have a no microcontroller experts. Maybe you can use IMC iMotion application kit or IMC 100 series. Maybe we can check together IMC 100 series. Here, IMC. Maybe we can check datasheet. High performance motor control IC series. It is feature is are important. Motion control engine as ready to use solution. In ST company, don't present this solution. You can develop your own module. In iMotion series, for example, yesterday I said again, yesterday I meet them. It's interesting. They present motion control engine as ready to use. For example, I said again, you have no time, etc. You can use this one. They present the high level control function interface. Also, they present low level coding section. You don't work in low level. Low level is embedded motion control engine. You can develop only high level function. For example, refrigerator application. Motor is running using this microcontroller. You can develop only which time it will be closed, which time it will be open, etc. Also, multi-package option integrated. For example, it's interesting. What is the Class B? In the white good motor drive application, electric drives application, IECUL 60335 Class B is meaning that you can use it's one white good application. For example, if you work in the Arçelik, Vestel, etc., you need to develop Class B code, Class B section code. Okay, Class B is meaning that consumer electronics. Öyle, you can write a code. This code is no not operational. Okay, your code will be depend on and applicable on Class B standards. It's important. Also, in their application, iMotion, interesting actually. Lots of company present like this one. NXP, another one. NXP present like this one solution. Infineon and NXP present to market iMotion series, embedded motor control engine series. Okay, I want to show something about it. Oh, this data sheet is not good, but it's not important. It's our main aim. It is parameters feature list. Okay. Also, thank you, dear all, for today. It's interesting course for me, for you. I hope we can meet with the microcontroller series, how we can select microcontroller for motor drive, which company are useful in uh, market, also how we can select the our microcontroller for industry, etc. Okay. Thank you for your attendance. I will announce this week your midterm project. Don't worry about it. Also, we have no exam, I say again. We have no final exam. Next week, also, I will organize one makeup course. I will announce it for last week. Also, dear all, see you next week. Thank you for your attendance.